Welcome to today's mock interview prep. If you're gearing up for a role as an examiner, you're in the right place. We're diving into the key questions you might face and how to tackle them effectively. Let's jump right in with our first question. Can you tell us about a time when you led an examination or audit team? What were the challenges and how did you overcome them? This question is designed to see how you handle leadership roles and manage team dynamics, especially under pressure. Here are some tips to help you craft a great response. Be specific about the team you led and the examination you conducted. Identify the main challenges you encountered. Discuss the strategies you implemented to address these challenges. Share the outcome and any lessons learned. Now, let's look at an example answer to illustrate this approach.
In my previous role, I led a team during a financial audit. The department we were auditing initially resisted our process. To overcome this, I organized a meeting to clarify the audit's benefits, which eased tensions. Ultimately, we completed the audit on schedule and identified significant cost-saving opportunities.
By the way, we're only covering a handful of questions in this video, but I've prepared a free PDF with all 30 top interview questions for Examiner. It also includes example answers and tips to help you prepare with confidence. The download link is just below. Think of a time when you had to inspect a complex document or file for inconsistencies. How did you tackle it? This question assesses your attention to detail and your systematic approach to handling complex information. Let's explore some tips to guide your response. Briefly describe the document or file you were dealing with. Point out the specific inconsistencies you spotted. Explain your methodical approach to reviewing the document. Mention any tools or techniques you use to help in your inspection. Conclude with the outcome or resolution. Here's an example answer to help you visualize your response.
In a previous role, I reviewed a multi-page contract that contained overlapping terms. I printed it out and highlighted key areas. Using a checklist, I compared terms side by side, spotted discrepancies, and informed my supervisor, which led to a revised contract that removed any confusion.
Could you share an example of how you effectively communicated findings from an examination to your team or stakeholders? This question evaluates your communication skills, particularly in presenting complex information effectively. Here are a few tips for constructing a solid answer. Identify the key findings from your examination. Describe the audience and what they need to understand about these findings. Use clear and straightforward language to convey your message. Select the most suitable format for communication, whether it's a report or a presentation. Highlight the impact of the findings and any recommended actions. Let's check out how an example answer might sound.
During a recent audit, I found discrepancies in financial reporting. I prepared a concise slide deck for stakeholders, using visuals to highlight the findings. My presentation outlined the implications and proposed corrective measures, sparking a productive discussion on next steps.
What steps would you take if you found a significant error in a colleague's examination report? This question tests your conflict resolution skills and your ability to handle sensitive situations professionally. Here are some strategies to help you navigate your answer. First, thoroughly review the report to understand the error. Approach your colleague privately to discuss the issue. Explain the error using clear and respectful language. Collaborate on finding possible solutions or corrections. Document the discussion for future reference. Here's a sample answer to guide you.
I would start by double-checking the report to fully grasp the error. Then I'd approach my colleague privately, explain the issue respectfully, and work together on how we could correct it.
Imagine you're under pressure to complete an examination quickly, but you think more review is needed. How would you handle this? This question examines your decision-making skills and prioritization under pressure. Here are a few key points to consider when formulating your response. Always prioritize the accuracy of your assessment over speed. Communicate any concerns to your supervisor promptly. Evaluate the risks of rushing your decision. Consult available resources or colleagues for a second opinion. Document your concerns for future reference. Let's look at how you might articulate your approach.
Faced with time pressure, I would first voice my concerns about needing more time for accuracy to my supervisor and discuss possible extensions or strategies.
Before we wrap up, remember you can get all 30 questions, example answers, and step-by-step tips in a handy PDF. Totally free, just grab it below.